AFTV, Leeds, guy's got a smile on his face. No moaning today, no throwing in, no pointing. It's Valentine's Day. Pierre, what did they say on Sky?
Love is in Pierre.
Love is in Pierre. I like that little
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. But he was the star of the show, wasn't he, Aubameyang?
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Look, I've been criticising him over the last few weeks, and rightly so, but that is why he keeps persevering, and that's why he's had that credit in the bank, because I thought he was absolutely outstanding today.
Sharp today, wasn't he?
Sharp. Not just his goals, his hold-up play and everything was good, taking on players, but most importantly, once we got it wide in that, he's in the box.
Yeah.
He is a goal scorer. There's no two ways about it. And I thought he was really, really good today. I have to say that.
If
fantastic.
we're going to progress, you know, in the Europa League, we need him to come to life.
Well, exactly. That's how, if we're to do anything, he has got to play like that week in, week out. And the facts of the matter is he hasn't. And we've struggled. But if he plays like that, we're a match for anybody. Certainly with him and people like Saka and Smith Rowe and Aldergaard played very, very well today as well. If you've got people like that in and around him, you know, and him doing what he's doing, then we are going to be a threat for anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. You know, we've just got to sort out our defensive issues. But you know, that's improving well, it has improved this season. You can't deny that. But he is the pivotal player. That's why he's on the big contracts. And when and I also think because he's on that contract, it does give you that little bit of licence to criticise him as well. But today he responded, and he needed a performance like that, and he was brilliant. That's 5 goals in I think it was his last 2 Premier League starts.
Last 2 starts in the Premier League.
You can't argue that.
So you can't argue with that. That shows a player that's coming back to form, and that's great to see for us. And the other player that you mentioned there, bit of a surprise. Some people were saying he might have been rested today for that, with that Benfica game in mind. But he did the whole 90 minutes. He's a youngster after all. And that was Saka.
Yeah.
And again, he was absolutely immense today.
I don't like comparing players, and I said that to you earlier on today, but he reminds me so much of Liam Brady, whose birthday it was yesterday. Like when I first started watching football, Liam Brady was the one. And he's that same sort of young, energetic, but left foot. And I just think he's a fantastic player to watch, you know, as well. That's the thing with me. He gets fouled a lot, but he's a class act. I've got to say that at his age now, he is a class act.
He's an unbelievable talent, and he terrorised Leeds today. They just couldn't deal with him. Every time he was on the ball, there was a possibility that something was going to happen. Yeah,
because I think what's the greatest thing about him, he can go inside, he can go outside. He's got you know, he can drop a shoulder. He's got skill. He's got a little bit of pace about him. And listen, he's just going to get better and better. Strength. You know, he bounces off the tackles. You know, I just think he's going to get better and better if he stays injury-free, which is never a shoe on at Arsenal, is it? But if he does, you know, I mean, we've got a fantastic player there. You know, and it's just a pleasure to, you know, when he's in the team. A couple of weeks ago, he was left out of the team, and you know, there was disappointment around here, and probably with the fan base in general. But when when he's in the team, you feel like something's going to happen. And I thought he was fantastic today. You know, I know Aubameyang's going to get the man of the match, and deservedly so. But my God, he pushed him close.
He pushed him close, and it was good performances all the way around. Let's talk about one incident that we were all a bit peed off about, and that was the penalty that was then overturned by VAR, which just seemed very crazy to us.
Well, I've seen a lot worse penalties given for that. I thought there was, in one of the shots that it showed, it looked like he got tripped, but they didn't show that to the referee. It just showed him an angle which looked like it may not be a penalty. You know, it's like they're on there, we're going to give you 2 clips that show that it's not a penalty. You know, and the most important thing about it is the referee has give it. And so a VAR should get in for it, because I've heard people saying a bit when it is a clear and obvious mistake. That wasn't clear and obvious that it was a mistake today, you know. So so for me, again, another one that goes against us. And but you know, but it'd be brushed aside because we've won the game, or we was 3-0 at the time, nothing said, you know. But it could have been a determined moment. I've seen a lot more penalties for a lot less than that given this time, Robbie. You know what I mean? Maybe even one against us in the Chelsea game. Do you remember? Like, it seemed a lot less than that. But there you go. VAR always has to get involved.
Now the big ones are, you know, on Thursday night, Benfica away. Well, they're all going to be away in that as it goes. But,
yeah, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
But it's going to be tough. We really need to get through to the next round if we're going to do anything this season. But after seeing today, does that fill you with a bit of confidence?
Yeah, it does. It does. I think, like, you know, that little week off has benefited us. You know what I mean? With the training and all that, we looked fresh. I think that the midfield today was key. I thought, like, surpassed, if you know, he's going to have to come in and step up and play like he did today in the next couple of games. Why Partey's not available. I thought he was brilliant today, by the way, Surpassed. I thought he really worked hard. I'd actually like to. I know Granit Xhaka's been playing well, and it's not a criticism of Granit Xhaka, but I would like to see one game with him and Partey to see what that would be like. But yeah, I feel that them two done okay in there today, and they dominated Leeds in midfield. So they've got to do that on Thursday. I do like what we've got. You know, who's going to come in on Thursday. Pepe was rested. Of course, Martinelli doesn't. That's my biggest worry. You know, you've got Martinelli, who's like definitely one for the future at this football club, not getting minutes, and he brings on Willian. That's the only criticism I've got of today's game. You know what I mean? Why does he keep bringing on Willian? You know, and not over Martinelli is even more unbelievable, if I'll be honest. But you know, it'd be interesting to see if. It'd be very, very interesting to see if. You know, Pepe does play on Thursday, because he didn't play him today. I thought he's played.
I mean,
do you think he will?
Could play him and then maybe play Aubameyang down the middle and just again Lacazette would be on the bench. It could be that, because how do you leave out someone who's just scored a hat trick? Well, how do you take that person who's just scored a hat trick as well out of the centre forward position? So you know,
it's a real. So I think it's out of Pepe and Lacazette who starts. You know, one of them's not going to be featuring too much in the near future, because if Aubameyang is going to look, if the manager says, right, Aubameyang down the centre, it means it's Lacazette, and that means that left side is open for Pepe, Martinelli, or dare I say it, Willian. Dare I say it, you know what I mean? And the way things are going at the minute, I wouldn't be surprised if Willian does play there. No. I really wouldn't be. And that is the worry for Mikel Arteta, for me, about Mikel Arteta. All the time, like today, there's so many positives about Arsenal, and then he does that and puts a negative in it. But you can't moan about it. We got the result, but it does worry me for us going forward if he's not going to be bringing in Martinelli, particularly when you're 3-0, 3-1 up, and the kid needs minutes. He is the future of this football club as well, you know, along with Saka. I think them two, you know, are going to be doing bits for us. But hopefully, Mikel gives him some opportunities. But I think he'll go with Pepe on Thursday. I think another one that's going to be interesting is the defence. I thought Cedric today, by the way, you know, has really proven me wrong. It's fantastic when a player starts proving you wrong, even though he's out of position as well. You know, people will doubt in the signing and everything like that. But I give Mikel a bit of credit here. He's always said once he gets fit, he's going to show us what he can do. He's had a run of games, and playing out of position, I think, you know, deserves a bit of credit. I thought David Luiz today played well. I know Max made a mistake.
And Gabriel, Gabriel as well.
That looks a good, solid partnership. We've conceded a couple of goals though. By leaving out Holding, does that mean he's saying that he's going to be playing him on Thursday? And you know, whoever gets left out, Gabriel or Luiz, because one of them will do if Holding comes in, he's going to be a tad unlucky to be left out. I think Gabriel has got a couple of games under his belt, looks solid today against Bamford. So I wouldn't leave him out. So I think it comes down now to David Luiz or Holding. So an interesting one.